Welcome back to another episode of the Inquisitive Mamba Podcast. This is episode 136. I hope everyone is having a great day, great night, wherever you are around the world. Oh my goodness, what a great weekend of football, college football, and NFL. Divisional round recap, college football, Ohio State paying for their national championship, as some may say. Man, they had a great season. Ethan, how was your weekend?
You know, just repping my birds, having a great day.
Oh, yeah. Eagles beating the Rams in the snow game in Philly. What a game that was. I thought the Rams were going to come back at the end there. I was like, oh my goodness, are the Rams going to do this? Are the Rams going to do this? Saquon Barkley putting his stamp on that game in the snow. For the people out there, LaShawn McCoy giving Saquon Barkley some advice playing in the snow from when the Lions and the Eagles played. I think it was 2013, if I'm not mistaken. But before we get into any more football, you guys make sure to hit that like, subscribe, comment button on Instagram and YouTube. Oh my God, Instagram on YouTube, The Inquisitive Mamba. Make sure to follow Ethan's TikTok, The Couch Reports. TikTok is back, the little ban. Oh my goodness. Did you see that? How are you feeling about that ban? Before we even talk about football, I feel like we got to address this, the short ban that we had.
To be honest, I was very sad to see it go. I remember I usually scroll TikTok at night just to see if I miss any news. And immediately as soon as you go in, hey, we are not, available. I was like, damn, this is so different. But it
my goodness.
was so fast. It's like a toxic relationship. You went back to it like not even 24 hours later. Woke up. My friend sent a TikTok. I was like, what the heck? Clicked it. It was working. I said, this is beautiful.
All right. I was sitting at my friend's house. So we were watching the Lions of the Commanders game. And I'm like, oh, there it goes. And then CapCut went and my whole world came crashing down. Now, if you didn't know this, I don't know if you knew this, but TikTok right now, it is not on the App Store as well as CapCut. So you can't download it. So if you deleted it by accident thinking you were going to get it back, you cannot download it. So I actually have that right now, CapCut. I don't have it on my phone because I deleted it. I was like, oh, I'll just delete it. I'm using it on my computer. Thank goodness that I have it on my computer. But man, it's been tough without CapCut on the phone. I don't know if it's going to come back on the App Store. We don't know yet. I don't know. I don't know. We're going to see. But our new president, Trump, he issued the executive order of 75 days. But people out there, TikTok is not officially back. It's back for the 75 days. But for this time frame, it's here. But anything after that, we don't know. They're still trying to figure that out. But yeah, that little TikTok snippet right there, I was like, man, I didn't know what to do for that 12 hours. I had a hard time, man.
Yeah, I agree.
I had a hard time. That's my nightcap right there. I scroll for a little bit, which is bad because, like, I mean, if we don't have TikTok, like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, it was crazy to see America just being so, what's the word?
Dependent on TikTok?
Yeah, it was like a
like
drug.
A pacifier.
Yeah, everyone was just
actually.
Like, what do we do now? Are we supposed to like talk? Like,
all right, I was
YouTube Reels.
Okay, I had a really bad sleep that night, Saturday night. I woke up sweating.
Oh snap! It was that bad for you?
Yeah, that's not good though. I shouldn't even be saying that. But yeah, it was rough. Well, I mean, everything I do is on TikTok, and like all my friends were giving me shit for it. They're like, "What are you gonna do without TikTok?" I'm like, "Hold on, it's gonna get." The Sunday it got restored. I was like, "Hold on, wait a second, it's coming back. It's coming back." So, but yeah, your Birds, great game. We gotta talk about this divisional game. We'll get into the national championship game also as well, but we're gonna go right into the divisional round. The first game off the bat, the Kansas City Chiefs beating the Houston Texans, not covering the spread. Yeah. Some special guests were in attendance. Taylor Swift and Caitlin Clark were in attendance. I thought that was really cool to see Taylor Swift and Caitlin Clark together in the box. But let's talk about this game. The Chiefs ended up winning 23-14. The backdoor cover from the Houston Texans on that safety. I mean, we have to talk about this. Refs versus the Chiefs versus the refs. Like, what is it here? Actually, I'm glad we're bringing this up because Patrick Mahomes said, this is what he said, quote for quote, "I don't feel that way. The referees are doing their best to call the game as fair and as proper as they can." All right, Ethan, you can chime in at any given moment here. If you're the Houston Texans in this game, you understand you're going up against the Kansas City Chiefs, the best team in the NFL. Some may say otherwise. Until they're beaten, they're the best team in the NFL. That's how I see it, right? Okay, fine. Will Anderson, Patrick Mahomes is going to get these calls. Now, you can sit there and you can go on a scale say that's not roughing the passer. It is roughing the passer. Anytime that happens, 9 times out of 10, just like the defensive pass interference in the NFL, the Keon Coleman one, Keon Coleman, Tre'Davious White in the Ravens and the Bills game. We'll get into that, where it was like ticky-tacky, where it could have gone either way. They could have called it offensive pass interference. The quarterback is always going to have the upper hand. That's just the way it is. You can say it is, it's not. I thought it was roughing the passer. It looked really close, and maybe you have a different opinion. But when you're sitting there and you're watching the game, the refs are going to call that. Will Anderson.
I hate it.
Yeah, you hate it. But look, when you see it in close angle, it looks rough in the passer to me. Does it not? It looks like he hit him right in the crown, right in his face mask.
If we're just talking about this play, I think it can go either way, right? I think the issue is the protection that we have toward a quarterback. It's them being the face of their team, their franchise. Yeah. I'm positively sure it was when Brady got injured.
Where do you think that came from? Where? That was the Brady when Brady tore his ACL, right? Bernard
Castle, right? Yeah.
Yes, and Matt Castle took over. That was Bernard Pollard. Okay, Brady was one of the main reasons why this stuff started to happen with protecting the quarterbacks. 100%.
That's why he's not my goat.
But okay, fine. If everyone complains about these calls, right, and he's roughing the passers and this pass interference, mainly on the quarterback, right, because the quarterback's the most important position on the field.
So they say, yeah.
You're complaining about it, but you're also watching the game because of the quarterback, right? Would you watch the Chiefs play in the playoffs without Mahomes? No, you wouldn't. So you're complaining about these calls.
I would. Wait, actually, I would. That's me personally. I would actually watch Carson Wentz. That's me though.
Yeah. But I'm just saying,
so that's not every fan.
Right, watching the sport of football. Would I watch the Lakers without LeBron? No. Why would I watch the Thunder without SGA? Aren't those the guys that sell tickets?
I understand your argument.
Yeah, it's tough because you don't want to see the game go that way, but you want to protect the quarterback, right? You want to watch the game.
It's not even protecting the quarterback anymore. It's him as a quarterback abusing the power.
Does Josh Allen not get the same treatment? He gets pretty close.
He's pretty close. I'd say he's pretty close. Does Lamar get that treatment?
I don't think so.
Does Jalen Hurts get that treatment?
I don't think so.
So it's not really a quarterback play anymore. It's if you're one of the big profile names,
exactly,
Josh Allen, like Patrick Mahomes, right? Then you get the call. Maybe Burrow now, maybe he even gets the call, right?
Very seldom.
Yeah, but the point is,
Yep.
If you're going to say it's a quarterback rule, right?
Right.
And it's for all quarterbacks. Let's be quite frank and let's keep it what it is.
Yeah.
Mahomes is abusing the power of the quarterback rule.
Okay.
There's no
okay.
ifs and buts about it. He's flopping.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's translate this to the NBA. Remember how in the years ago how Dwayne Wade would do the foul baiting thing with he would go like this and they would call that foul. Remember when Dwayne Wade would take that like fake jump shot and they jump right into him? Or like how James Harden does it or Trae Young does it.
Yeah.
If the refs aren't going to stop it, why wouldn't I do it?
You're right.
You're abusing your power, but you have to fix it. If you're not going to fix it, I'm going to continue to do it. Luka Doncic does it. James Harden does it. It's a smart tactician move. Austin Reeves does it. Trae Young does it. Why? Right? So if you're not going to call it, no problem. But also, too, as a defender, Will Anderson, you have to know in that situation there, in a playoff game, you played this team last year in the playoffs. You have watched tape on this a million times. I know you can say, physics and stuff, how you're going to be able to slow down in this time and this time frame or this exact moment. You have to know, as a player, you have to be smarter than the opposing player, and you have to sit there and go, I'm not gonna even anywhere near try to take him up and hit him up close to the head.
That's the issue. Because if you go high now,
they're gonna call it. They're gonna call it.
But if you go low, it's bad also.
Right.
So there's no really
there's really no winning for a defender. You're absolutely right.
No, Bill Belichick has said it multiple times.
There's no winning for a defender.
This is an offensive team now.
Yes, this is an offensive league. Yes, this is, and the NFL knows this. They're never going to fix this. This sells tickets.
This is horrible, though, if we're being quite honest.
Right, but they're never going to fix it. They're never going to fix this.
I hope they do, because I'm telling you right now, if defenders are like, we're going to get flagged, we're going to get more coaches like Dan Campbell saying just blow his, just go for his kneecap.
We're
going to teach you to respect the rule. If you're going to keep abusing the rule, like Caleb Williams, I think Amon-Ra. Yeah,
Yeah.
Amon-Ra St. Brown said on his podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they said just hit Caleb every time he's running toward the sideline. Well, watch Patrick Mahomes. He's going to get hit eventually. He's going to
Yeah.
realize that you can't do that. It's like Kenny Pickett back in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
The fake
Yeah.
slide, they changed
Mm-hmm.
the rule immediately, right?
Yep.
I know for a fact if he fake slide today, someone would hit him. Someone would be like, "You're not doing that."
Listen, it's always a question, or it's always a topic that deserves to be brought up because there's two sides to it. It's very interesting how they play this out, and we'll see this week against the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes when they play. We'll get into that game, but going back here on this Texans Chiefs game, the Chiefs were the better team. No, they didn't cover the spread, but the Texans got barrel rolled at the line of scrimmage. I mean, like I told you before the game, the Chiefs defensive line was going to be coming after CJ Stroud. I mean, there were times in that game where I was like, CJ Stroud was literally on his tail like every other. I mean, eight sacks they had. Going to Travis Kelce though. How do teams not sit there in the film room and cover Travis and game plan for Travis Kelce? I mean, he was wide open again.
I told you. The over 40 anytime touchdown was a parlay.
Yep, you called it. This one I will say though, Travis Kelce said this on his podcast, said the Swifties will probably come for me for this one, or just football Chiefs fans in general. The Travis Kelce touchdown that he had in the penalty that he should have gotten, the taunting penalty, looking over Azeez Al-Shaair, that's a taunting penalty 100%. But it's a Chiefs, so they get special treatment, just like the Patriots did all those years ago. That is special treatment 100%. He is literally looking down at Azeez Al-Shaair. Come on. You and I both know. Everyone knows that's a taunting penalty. But the Chiefs, that's how it goes.
You're a home team too. It's tough.
Yeah, but that is 100% a taunting call. They should have called that. Yeah. Now, I don't know how much of it would have affected the game, but you got to call it fair, right? That's not a big penalty compared to the other ones in the game.
Let's be honest. Like, there's multiple. The one where he's sliding and the two players collide. Like,
oh yeah,
like that was the worst one I saw probably that day. Like, there was no collision.
Mahomes was. Listen though, this goes back to what we were just talking about. Mahomes was smart about that. He literally, he literally knew exactly what he was doing. He foul baited them into that play. He specifically.
That's what I'm saying though. You have to just hit him. There's no way you can keep doing that. You're going to get penalized no matter what. You might as well just do it.
It's smart though.
They're going to penalize you for nothing.
Yeah, it works though. Why not stop? Why not? And
it doesn't work for every quarterback. It works for Patrick Mahomes,
Josh Allen. I've seen Hurts get a few there, not as much, but I'm saying like he's gotten them.
I'm telling you right now, I watch Eagle games.
At least one. At least one. When he slides and somebody hits him in the head.
No, that's how he got his concussion.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Anyways, though, I mean, the Chiefs' defense was lights out again. I mean, I told you. Actually, no, I didn't tell you this. I picked before the season started the Chiefs were going to three-peat, and I'm sticking with that. We'll have our Super Bowl prediction, but I don't think I honestly don't see it. Now we can break that down, but yeah, Texans Chiefs. The Chiefs move on to their 7th straight AFC Championship. Oh my gosh! I mean, I can't believe it. I mean, that is actually insane. Dominance. 7th straight AFC Championship. Travis Kelce. Another standout performance, 117 yards. I mean, I thought, it's
he's
either
emptying the tank. It's his last run.
No, I don't think it's his last year.
Why not go out?
I thought so.
With Miss Swifty. He
looks like he's having fun, man. I don't know. I just don't see it.
Go out on your own terms.
I agree. I think he should retire after this year. Travis Kelce should, but I don't think he will. A three-peat for the Chiefs. 117 yards. I don't even think the Chiefs played their best game. This Sunday they'll have to.
Yeah.
For the girls out there, Taylor Swift joyfully hugs Caitlin Clark after Travis Kelce scores huge touchdown in the Chiefs playoff game. You called it anytime touchdown, Travis Kelce.
Happy birthday to her. I think yesterday was her birthday, by the way.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark's birthday yesterday, 23. On the 22nd, my friend's birthday was yesterday as well, Billy.
Isn't that her jersey?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a huge Caitlin Clark fan. Oh my God. I love the WNBA because dude, she's made it so much fun. But yeah, we'll move on to the second game of the divisional round. Wow. You talked me out of the Commanders covering that freaking spread. However, though, I did not expect the Commanders to beat the Lions.
We did not expect Jared Goff to look like Sam Darnold when the
Jared
lights
Goff
are the
to look
brightest.
the real Jared Goff that
Oh my
everyone
goodness.
knows, the one from the Super Bowl, the one from the NFC Championship last year. This is the Jared Goff. When the lights get bright, Jared Goff goes blank.
I'll be honest with you. We can talk about it later probably
Mm-hmm.
with head coaching.
Oh yeah,
But some of that play calling was so suspicious.
Oh no! I'm ready. I want to talk about this right now. This one's actually been on my mind. I said this before. I even saw reports about this.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm not sure if you saw this, but this is how I feel, and I'm going to just throw it out there. NFL teams should not be allowed to interview coaches, assistant coaches, any sort of coach for an organization until the season is over. Even Bill Belichick said this on the Let's Go podcast. He said, when I interviewed for the Cleveland Browns and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers position years ago, I waited till the season was over. How are you going to sit here, Ethan, and tell me that that's not a distraction for players and coaches? Ben Johnson sat there and Amon Ross said on the St. Brown podcast that it doesn't have anything to do with that. Oh, it 100% does. He was 100% distracted. Now you can say he called a good game, he called a bad game. It is 100% a distraction. Let's put it into real terms here. If I'm working a job at a normal job and another company offers me a lot more money, or there's a better opportunity out there, and I go and interview for that position and I kind of go for it and I crush the interview, and I go back to my other job and I'm really confident, but I have a big project coming up, you think I'm going to be all in on that project when I know I have something else on the outside? Why would I be excited?
13 mil a year?
Right? So NFL organizations need to figure that out, because it's happened in previous years and it's happening right now. You can't tell me Ben Johnson was all in for the Lions during that game. He called a fair game. I think he could have called better? Absolutely. But it doesn't even have anything to do with that. It's a distraction to the players. It's a distraction to the team that you're a part of right now. And the other team out there, the Bears or whatever team or whatever coach it is, they know exactly what's going on. So NFL needs to figure this out this offseason. I mean, there's a lot of other things the NFL needs to figure out with penalties and other things, but this here is a main thing. Bill Belichick said, I've never been a big fan of it. I think it's really unfortunate when you have a team, including the coaches and the coordinators, work so hard all year to get to the playoffs to have an opportunity to play in conference championships and Super Bowls. I completely agree with them.
As an Eagles fan, yeah, I've gone through this multiple times.
Jonathan Gannon.
We lose Jonathan Gannon.
Yep.
The Super Bowl, because he's so focused on Arizona, so they say. That stops us, by the way, from getting Vic Fangio. He goes to Miami, and then he has to stay there for a year before he, tries to leave to come back to us. That happened to our offensive coordinators. By the way, shout to that Pats. Josh McDaniels, bailing last minute, so we lose our OC Frank Wright. I'm just saying,
JD.
Obviously, I know what it's like. It happens to us all the time.
Yep.
But there's no way you're telling me you can perform at such a high level while you're trying to also secure your future. It's a toss-up. He did call a good game, though.
No, yeah, he did. I mean, we'll go back to the Lions Commanders game in a second here, but I want to talk about the NFL coaching news around the NFL. Ben Johnson to the Chicago Bears, that's official. He is going to do wonders with Caleb Williams. I'm excited to see that. I love that. Vikings and head coach Kevin O'Connell extension there as well, so he's not going anywhere. I know teams were very desperate to try to get him. The Colts are hiring former Bengals defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo as their new DC. The Jets have agreed to hire Aaron Glenn, who actually played for the Jets in the 90s. He he played for the Jets in the 90s. The Lions lose both their coordinators there. Bucks offensive coordinator. Go ahead.
They also lost their defensive line coach.
Yeah, Terrell Williams to the Patriots as my new DC. Yep, Josh McDaniels to the Patriots. How many times is Josh McDaniels going to come back to the Patriots? Oh my gosh, my light turned off. There we go. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Bucks offensive coordinator Liam Cohen was supposedly signing a new deal with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but news just came in actually earlier from Ian Rappaport that he potentially may be joining the Jaguars. They're trying to work out a contract there. Now let's talk about this though. If Liam Cohen is smart, I think you know what? Actually, I'm going to take the other side of it. I think Liam Cohen should go to the Jacksonville Jaguars after they just fired Trent Baalke. I think it makes total sense. Go pair up with Trevor Lawrence. Go be a head coach of a team. What you just helped out with Baker Mayfield. All right. Anyway, so we were talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars and Liam Cohen, if he's going to go to the Jaguars or not. You know what? I just don't know if it makes a whole lot of sense, because the Buccaneers have stability with that organization, and that's my only concern. But sometimes in the NFL, like, you got to take an opportunity. Like, you can't wait around like Mike McCarthy or these guys that are proven and they're waiting for the right opportunity, to go to the next team. You live one life, right? If you may not get this coaching opportunity next year, you may not get the opportunity to work with a quarterback like Trevor Lawrence, or a quarterback that's been in the NFL that has a lot of upside, a lot of talent there. And everyone's dream in the NFL as a coach in the NFL, assistant coach, defensive coordinator, any sort of coach in the NFL, his dream is to be a head coach. So I think he should take this job. And with Balky being fired, go for it. Why not? Right?
You get to choose a guy.
Yes,
you get to choose a length of contract as you.
And you know what might happen too is if he goes back to the Bucs, that job may not be there next year. So take the opportunity. Take the chance and just go for it. But yeah, he's viewed as a top candidate. Go ahead.
If he goes to Jacksonville, he has a chance to revive Travis Etienne's career. They have to address the offensive line though.
Yeah, and Trevor Lawrence as well. And I think that'll be a good. You're not a Trevor Lawrence guy?
Not a huge fan.
I think we need to see a little bit more of Trevor Lawrence. The Jaguars organization has been a dumpster fire. I don't know what Shad Khan is doing, but maybe a new GM, maybe a new fresh coach with the fresh scenery. But
they took too long.
I didn't think Doug Peterson was he won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. I don't think he's that bad of a coach. He was.
No. Press Taylor, their offensive coordinator, got him fired. Trust me.
Yeah. So Lions. Yep. Next one here is Lions defensive line coach Terrell Williams is leaving Detroit to become the new DC of the Patriots under Vrabel. He was with Vrabel in Tennessee from 2018 to 2023. Yeah, he's building the staff. That's what everyone thought. It's just like Dan Campbell, how he built his staff with the Lions. So now we'll see how it all turns out. But that's our
Jeffrey
coaching.
Simmons. Trade reunion?
No, I don't want to pay him that much money.
Mm-hmm. Oh, anyways, you forgot to mention Al Golden, Notre Dame defense coordinator.
Yeah, I don't know if he officially went to the Bengals. I thought he was interviewing with them.
Oh, I thought he signed. Finalized the deal. Yeah, Tom Pelissero.
Oh, he did finalize the deal?
Yeah, he was their linebacker coach, and then it's like a reunion.
Yeah, he was the Miami Hurricanes coach years ago, and now he's Notre Dame's defensive coordinator, former. But yeah. They decided to go with that. That's official with Golden. I didn't see
that's
it,
what it looked like.
I believe you. All right, so let's go back to this Commanders, the divisional game here. Commanders Lions 31 Lions, Commanders 45. Is Jaden Daniels the best rookie quarterback that we've ever seen? Because this is the headline right now.
I have to give him his flowers. I will pump the brakes on people saying he's a top 5 quarterback. I did that last year with C.J. Stroud, and this year I'm eating crow. So I've learned to never crown a rookie quarterback after one season. And once they get tape on you,
yes,
see how you perform.
100% agree. That's exactly what I said too. It's like Jaden Daniels has been great. He's been exceptional all year for the Washington Commanders. However, it is one season. A lot of these teams do not have full tape on him yet. They've only seen him for one season. Let's see what happens in the offseason when teams really get a grasp of him. I think he's going to be a great quarterback in the NFL, but it's been one season. Now, if he leads them to a Super Bowl, I know you wouldn't like this, but if he does and he gets them there and they win, well, then, I mean, things could be turned out differently. However, though, let's go back to this game here. I was shocked. I really was. I did not expect the Lions to lose this game. I thought it was going to be close. I know we talked about the spread, the -9.5, but I just did not see them losing this game. You just got to think about it. You're the 1 seed and you lose this game
at home.
You never think it's going to happen. Remember I said to you on the podcast on last weekend or last Friday, I said, there's always a divisional round upset. I just don't know who it's going to be because I've watched football more than I feel like I've been alive on this planet. But you sit there and you just didn't think it was going to be this one.
No.
I thought it was going to be your game. I just thought the Rams and your game was going to be close. It could have gone either way, but this was the one. And
this was definitely the one.
But I'm not going to sit here and say I eat my crow on anything or the Commanders this, Commanders that. People were giving me shit on social media. The Commanders don't have a lot of playmakers, so let's not sit here and say they do. It's Terry McLaurin and a lot of other guys. They have
De'Ami Brown.
De'Ami Brown, yeah, but I'm not losing sleep over De'Ami Brown.
Austin Eckler.
Oh yeah, right. But they have pieces, but I'm not sitting there like look at the Lions offense compared to the Commanders offense. Like obviously the Lions were the number one scoring offense in the NFL, around 33 points per game. But I'm not sitting there if I'm the Eagles on Sunday and I'm freaking out about the playmakers that the Commanders have. I think the Eagles are going to win that game on Sunday. We'll talk about
Hey,
that.
knock on wood, knock on wood.
We'll get into that. But yeah, I mean, he's just heartbreaking loss for the Detroit Lions. You'll lose this game as the 1 seed. You were in the NFC Championship last year. Everyone thought you were potentially going to get back to the bowl. Maybe Philadelphia had something to say about that. Well, Washington clearly had something to say about that. But yeah, I mean, the mental mistakes, the turnovers in that game, the Jared Goff interceptions, Bridgewater coming in, the Mikey Sanistrell interception, the Jameson Williams trick play throw. I mean, they just miscues. And we've said this all postseason long. You can't turn the ball over. You turn the ball over, it is not like the regular season where their margin for error is so slim. And it came back to bite them. I think they finished with 5 turnovers, but yeah, man, I have a lot of friends that are Lions fans and they were just in shambles about that game. How could you not be?
I didn't understand why you were trying to score so many points by passing when you're giving them so much time still.
Yep.
You have to start running the ball and just playing good defense. Give your defense a break. Let Jahmyr Gibbs do what he was doing. He's averaging crazy amount of yards because your offensive line is one of the best.
Let's throw this out there. I had a conversation with a friend this past weekend about the running backs in the NFL, and he likes to talk out of his ass sometimes, but he may not be wrong on this one, or very close. I think he's wrong. Do you think? Well, he said I think Jahmyr Gibbs is the best running back in the NFL. I said, whoa. I said Saquon Barkley would have other things to say about that.
Yeah,
but I mean, I think Jahmyr Gibbs is well on his way. If he's not one, he's definitely top 3. Wouldn't you say?
I agree.
He's also sharing a backfield with David Montgomery, and he has over 1,000 yards.
That's a bonus, though. If we're being transparent,
he's so explosive, though.
You get to rest your legs.
Yeah, you do. That's the thing too. But the thing about Jahmyr Gibbs too is he an every down back? I
think he could be. He's very good at catching.
Yeah, the thing I have that conversation. I'm like, is he an every down back? Because you sit there and you watch the game, it's like the physicality level with him. I mean, obviously it translated from Alabama to the NFL with the Lions, which I think they're like the Detroit Crimson Tide. How many freaking Alabama players they have on that team? But sticking here on Jahmyr Gibbs, I think he's well on his way. He's definitely top 5. I don't know about top 3 yet because you have Derrick Henry, of course. You have Saquon Barkley, Bijan. Christian McCaffrey, who's got hurt this year, but I mean, he's well on his way.
Tough.
That's for sure.
But he definitely, without a doubt,
he's definitely top five. I would say.
Top 5, top 10 without a doubt. Like top 5. 10. Some people could argue top 10 without a doubt.
Yeah, I would say somewhere in there. But yeah, man, I mean, the Commanders, hats off to them on a great game, though. I mean, wow. Nobody expected this. If we said this earlier on the podcast 2 weeks ago, if we didn't think Jaden Daniels was here, well, he's here now.
No, he's here.
Hey, he's here. And Philadelphia better be ready on Sunday. But
they go for it so often. And
and that's scary.
I was at first shocked. I was like, why are you doing that? Just get your points. You're on the road. You try to get your points.
Yeah,
they're just going for it. They have nothing to lose. They're playing with house money.
Exactly. Yeah. I thought Tom Brady called a great game as well. I mean, I honestly thought he was great. A lot of people on social media agreed with that. But moving away from the Commanders and the Lions, we hit the Commanders, Lions, Chiefs, Texans. Your game, Eagles. I think it was your mayor. She said EGLES. I was like, oh gosh, somebody take her. Somebody take her mayor duties away from her because she cannot spell.
It was bad, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Eagles Rams, what a game that was. The snow game. The beginning of the game, there was no snow coming down. The highlight of that game, though, Jared Verse.
I just want to give props to Jared Verse. He
balled out.
Yeah, he talked his stuff.
Yeah,
and he walked it.
He did.
That's
he did.
One of the biggest things as a Philly fan. I gotta give him respect. He is still for sure my favorite for defensive player of the year after what he just did.
28-22. It wasn't even snowing before the game started, but this is what I was so concerned about that game with the betting odds. I was like, I cannot touch anything in this game. I don't know what's going to happen with this weather. It's most likely going to snow, but yeah, man. I mean, Saquon Barkley just took it to the Rams, but you know what? The Rams battled that entire game. Stafford bruised ribs. Oh my gosh!
Apparently, since week 4 against the Niners.
something like that. It was somewhere
Yeah.
some point in the season he's been playing hurt. The question remains is will Stafford come back next year with all the money he's potentially, or the money he's only owed $4 million, I read a few months ago. So, that will remain. Cooper Kupp, will he come back? But, sticking here on this game, your guys' defense was lights out. I mean,
Thank you.
it really was. I mean, your
No
defensive
Nakobe
line,
Dean.
no Nakobe Dean, the defensive
Owen
line.
Burks.
Yep. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. He stepped up big. The defensive line was huge in that game. I think Jalen Carter probably had his best game as a pro.
Yes, he
Man,
did.
shout out to that Georgia boy.
Beat the center twice. Got a direct hit on, or got a direct sack on Stafford.
Yep.
Held him to 4th and long. We did our job.
I was concerned at the end of that game though, because it was 28-13 and you guys were up 15 and I was like, oh my gosh.
As soon as he scored,
it was close.
There was too much time.
It was close. I was like, oh my goodness. But yeah, Saquon Barkley was lights out. I'm concerned about Jalen Hurts though for this week though. He got hurt. He looked like he was hurt.
He's practicing very well today.
Really?
No limitations.
Are we going to have any snow on Sunday in the link?
It doesn't look like it's going to be snowing like this past Sunday.
Ooh,
but they did say it will be cold.
All right. Yeah. I mean, that's one thing that Jalen Hurts' safety though.
Pissed me off. Play calling was bad. If you look at it on that play, I'm positively sure Dallas Goedert straight in the middle. Linebacker is like 2-3 yards away from him. Should have threw that at his feet, if anything. Should have pulled a Drew Allar. Just throw it at his feet, throw it to the ground.
They've got to get AJ Brown involved somehow this Sunday against the Washington Commanders.
Yes,
I mean, one catch. No. It was one catch again, right?
Yes.
He had one catch, right?
That was a good slant on 4th and 3, and it was a delay of game, people say, but the timing was different.
It was a slant because the other one he threw to him over the top, and he dropped it in the snow.
And
like AJ Brown looked like he kind of came up hurt or whatever. Yeah. But you got to get him involved. I think this Sunday.
I agree. You got to give your playmakers the ball.
You have to get him the ball somehow or some way. I mean,
he's respect it.
He's been quiet this entire postseason,
but he's not complaining. He's not like the media portrays him to be.
No, he's not. But he didn't. He wasn't reading his book on the sideline on Sunday. Inner excellence.
Maybe he came with the book though.
He did, but yeah. I mean, I think that game was everything, and it lived up to and more. Nolan Smith was big too.
Thank you, Mr. Dice Man.
Yeah, Kyron Williams had that touchdown though, but he had that fumble in the fourth
quarter. Jalen Carter. Yep.
Jalen Hurts had that big rushing touchdown at the beginning of the game. He hit his rushing prop on one play from that game. Saquon Barkley,
I think that was the line.
205 yards and 2 touchdowns. What?
Hey, I'm telling you.
Is he having? Is it
fair discussion for MVP?
Well, this regular season, it's a regular season award. But is it fair to say that Saquon Barkley's having arguably the greatest running back season for a running back in postseason history?
No, it's not crazy to say that. I'm positively sure he's leading in yardage at 160. I think if you look at NFL films, there's a stat about it.
He's got more than 160 because he had over 200 yards in that Eagles Rams game.
Average, I think. From last game too.
Okay, combined because the first game against the Packers, he had
120.
Yeah. So I mean that is insane. The 7-8 yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter.
Poetic. Did you see the film? There's music
in the
snow. Landon Dickerson like this, and then you see Jalen Hurts like this. As soon as he hits the line, it's already just like this.
In the snow. I mean, a remarkable game. Your guys' first NFC championship since
2022
against because you guys went to the Super Bowl against the Chiefs. That NFC championship. Niners. I remember. Oh
yeah.
Niners red. No, I'm kidding. No, I do remember that very vividly now. Yeah, I remember that because they had the third string quarterback.
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy
got a backup tight end on my best edge rusher. Yeah, that's your fault.
Oh, I remember that game. Yeah. All right. Well, you got to give the Rams some credit. Am I worried about
Jalen Hurts not throwing for more than 150 yards like most of the media and public?
No, because Jalen Hurts doesn't have to do a whole lot. That Jalen Hurts he doesn't have to do that much. That's what I'm saying.
Why is everyone overreacting about that? Look at the Super Bowl winners. No one talks about Tom Brady against the Rams.
The first 3 Super Bowls or the recent one.
Yeah, no one talks about Peyton Manning doing it against the Panthers. Like, let's stop moving the bar when it's Jalen Hurts. It's pissing me off.
Hey,
Everyone that threw for over 200 yards, they lost. Lamar lost.
yep,
Did he show up? No, he didn't, right? Matthew Stafford lost.
yep.
At the end of the day,
Stafford balled out
playoff.
there. He had what, 280?
Yeah, he went crazy. He blew
Let's do it.
the line.
Let's do it.
Do
The
what?
Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. I mean, if that game didn't live up to the hype and more, oh, my light again. God damn it. There we go. If the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills game didn't live up to the hype and more, Bills money line.
You got that. Yeah.
I
thought Lamar would show up.
I didn't take it though. I took a parlay. I took Lamar Jackson over 40 rushing yards, Josh Allen 25 rushing yards, and James Cook 65 or 50, and Henry 65. Everything the two running backs hit. Lamar needed 1 rushing yard and Allen needed 3. I'm like, bruh. Well, he -2 because of the kneel down.
Yeah.
But here, let's do this right now. Mark Andrews, a very tough play, but let's not sit here and blame Mark Andrews for that 2-point conversion where it in through his hands. The game never comes down to one play, so I don't want to sit here and go, blame Mark Andrews. It's all Mark Andrews' fault. The fumble earlier in the game for Mark Andrews, totally understand that, but the game never comes down to one play. It is not his fault that they lost the game. Their defense couldn't stop Josh Allen in the first half.
What's the percentage?
Lamar Jackson turned the ball over in the first quarter with that ugly interception to Taylor Rapp. God damn it, dude. Sorry. Come on. Oh my gosh, this is really frustrating with the light here. Okay. That game never
might be in your camera view.
Ooh, yeah. Better?
Yeah.
The game never comes down to one play, so let's not sit here and came down to Mark Andrews. You were saying percentage-wise?
Yeah, what's the blame on Mark Andrews?
I never want to say, I mean, how can you blame the game on him? I'm not going to blame him.
No, I'm just asking, though. He needed to catch that. If we're
what do you want to go percent? Right. Okay. Okay. He needed to catch that ball, but also too, you tie that game as 27-27. The Bills have the ball with like 1:30 left. So there's plenty of time for the Bills to go down and score. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Did the Ravens score too early? This, that, and the third. No, you score when you need. You score when you score. Like there's no, we got to methodically play this out and we're going to score with 50 seconds left. It never comes down to Mark Andrews. You can say the blame. Can you want to blame him? We were rudely interrupted by the camera light dying. Thank goodness for Ethan's patience. But we were talking about the Ravens and the Buffalo Bills game, 27-25. Ethan asked me, did I think it came down to that one play, or should we what percentage of blame can we put on Mark Andrews? I never want to say you can put a certain amount of blame on a player. This is like the same thing with J.R. Smith and the Warriors and the Cavs. Oh, I lost you for a second.
My apologies.
There we go. You're good. The Warriors and the Cavs, when that championship happened and there was the Cavs were going to go up 1-0, and then there's a LeBron meme where he's like this. It never comes down to one play. So I don't really want to put
crucial though.
It is, but and did Drew Aller cost Penn State the game? One play?
No, one play. It doesn't always come down to one play, but that one play is very impactful.
Did Tom Brady's strips or fumble that he had in the Super Bowl against the Eagles, did that cost them the game when he threw for 505? That one play determines the outcome of the game? No.
That one
never
play made it tougher.
But still, one play to sit there and pinpoint one specific play is insane. However, the Bills outplayed them. They punched them in the mouth in the first half. They were up 21-10. The Ravens defense stepped up in the second half, but they just fell short. And they fell short again and again and again and again. It's got to be sickening for Ravens fans at this point. It's like,
I don't know what John Harbaugh's doing. Why did he not run the ball more?
I don't know, but hats off to Sean McDermott and the Bills. Something like that. The Bills defense in the first half really shut down Derrick Henry. He only had like 20 yards in the first half.
He had that crucial drop in the first drive.
Yeah, that was a bad throw by Lamar.
Yeah.
I thought that was a bad throw by Lamar. But anyways, those were our divisional games. We've got to get our energy back, but we are on to the NFC Championship and the AFC Championship. Sunday in the Link in Kansas City. Let's go. Betting spreads. We're ready. Our first game is the Commanders versus the Eagles. Your Eagles. You're wearing the poncho, I see.
Yeah.
The spread first opened up at -4.5, and now it's at -6, if I'm not mistaken, or 6.5. Is it 6.5 or 6?
It depends on what site you go to. A lot of people are saying 6.
Okay, so we're at 6 points. Let's break it down. It is going to be a game for the ages. The third time these two teams have seen each other all year. The second time, of course, the Kenny Pickett game when Jalen Hurts got hurt with the concussion. Saquon still ran wild. It's 3 times in a season. I mean, I don't know. The second game I really can't take away from it. The regular season doesn't matter. These teams have seen each other so many times. The tape. I think the Eagles are going to be too much to overcome for the Commanders. I really do. I think the Eagles defensive line will have a big success for the Eagles. I think they'll be able to put pressure on Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels has been exceptional all season on this postseason on picking up blitzes. But I think the Eagles are going to be too much to overcome for the Commanders. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles, even though I cannot stand your fans. I cannot stand this fucking team. I hate the Eagles with a passion. You beat my Patriots in the Super Bowl. I cannot stand you guys.
Shout out you.
You took a ring away from Brady, even though Brady probably should have got the MVP
Poetic.
of that Super Bowl.
He didn't three-peat. You're welcome, NFL.
So, I hate to say it, but give me the Philadelphia Eagles -6 in this game. I love the Commanders, but I think the run ends here. I know everyone's been doubting them all postseason, but I just think the Eagles are just going to do a little bit more than the Washington Commanders will. But yeah, give me the Eagles. I love the Eagles defense has been great this postseason as well. Their defense, I think, will be the reason why they win this game. They stop Jayden Daniels from getting to the promised land, and they just end Jayden Daniels' magical season that he's had short on Sunday in the Link.
I have us also winning, obviously.
I hope so.
Spread-wise, though, I don't think we cover. Ooh. I give my ultimate respect to Jayden Daniels, who's playing a phenomenal year.
Yep.
I think our defense will win. They lost their offensive guard, Sam Cosmi, from Texas, I'm positively sure. So that would be a huge impact. I'm positively sure with Sam Cosmi in there, his pressure rate is less than 13%, maybe less than 15 if I was correct, if I saw the stat. And with him out the lineup, it jumps to 45. Jalen Carter will have a field day, if not him. My boy Milton Williams is having a career year this year with Vic Fangio. Offensively, I know Cam Jurgens has a back injury. He missed the past 2 practices because of it, so that does give me some worry. But like you said, and like I believe, our run game will help us.
Yep.
This time also, we will have, knock on wood that they don't do anything shady, but Jalen Hurts will play the entire game.
The over-under set at 47.5. Yeah, the over-under set at 47.5. Are you taking the over or are you taking the under?
I will take the over.
Okay.
I give, that offense is going to make us play.
I stand on business. I think that the Philadelphia Eagles will cover this game -6, and they go on to the Super Bowl, and they await the AFC Championship winner. And we'll talk about that now. A matchup we've all been waiting for. These have been the 2 best teams in the AFC all year long. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. I think the 2 best quarterbacks in the NFL, Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson, would have something to say about that. You can teeter back and forth between Josh Allen and Joe Burrow. However, this game is going to be electric in Kansas City. These 2 teams played each other last year in Buffalo in the divisional round. The Kansas City Chiefs beat the Buffalo Bills on the road. The Tyler Bass missed last year. Woo, man. The spread is KC -1.5. It's teetered back and forth, -1.5, 2 points. Buffalo is +110. KC on the money line is at -130. The line right now is Chiefs -2. The over-under is 47.5. It's so poetic, and it's so fitting that the over-under for both these championship games are the exact same. But I have said all year long the Kansas City Chiefs will three-peat. I have them winning this game in a very close game, but I think the Bills will have some self-inflicted wounds. And I think the Chiefs defense will come up in a big spot. And you can say, Mahomes, Josh Allen, these two going up and at it. The insane divisional game they had a few years ago, the AFC Championship in 2020, the picture that we saw of Stephon Diggs overlooking the confetti falling down. I think the Bills will come up short again. I just think that Kansas City is just a better team. But I just, and you can say refs this, that, the Chiefs will get the refs. Will they not get the refs? The Bills, will they get the refs as well? This doesn't have anything to do with the Tay Voodoo aspect. There's no Taylor Swift magic for them. The Chiefs are the better team. I think they're coached better. I think they have a better defense. I think they win this game in a very close game. I don't know if I like the over under, but yeah, I have to pick a winner in this game, and I have to pick the Chiefs because I picked them to win it all, and I can't backfire on them now. Like I told you, I picked your Oregon Ducks to win the Super Bowl, or excuse me, Super Bowl, the national championship, even though that didn't happen. But this is a total different spot. I think the Chiefs want to three-peat. I think they very well could do it, but this is going to be an electric game. I have concerns about the Bills' defense though at times, but I feel like we haven't even seen the Chiefs' best football yet. Now, are they saving it for this game? They played good against the Texans. I think they could have played better. They were very sloppy in the first half, but this game here, they have to come to play because Buffalo is here, of course, as well. They have been great all year long. They just beat the Ravens, and Cam Newton said he's like the winner of this game wins the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't think it's a far-fetched statement to say because these are the two strongest teams offensive-wise. So I got the Chiefs winning this game in a very close one, a tight matchup. I have the Chiefs winning this game 24-21.
Ooh, by kick.
Yep, I have the Chiefs winning this game by 3 points. Go ahead.
I believe the Buffalo Bills will win. The reason why Josh Allen, I think he's having an MVP year.
If this is the year, if this is the season for the Bills to do it, it'll be this one, and they'll win the Super Bowl if they win this game.
A part of me wants to see Bills Mafia Eagles fan base just be poetic for the Super Bowl.
Two insane fan bases.
The other part of me wants revenge, wants my get back. I want the Chiefs. I know when I bet against Mahomes, I'm usually proven wrong. So we'll see how that goes.
All right, let's talk about this one here, though. Patrick Mahomes acknowledges AFC title game could be Travis Kelce's last in KC. Could this potentially be Travis Kelce's last game, or could this be Travis Kelce's last game if they lose?
I told you, he's emptying out the tank. Go out on your own terms. 3P. Go out with Taylor Swift. Go on tour. Why not?
If they lose this game, though, does he come back? Yes, I think he comes back.
No, for what? What reason? What else do you have to prove?
Well, he said he still wants to play. He said he doesn't have any chances anytime, or doesn't plan on slowing down anytime soon.
Maybe you're right. Maybe he comes back to try and win the ring.
I did say earlier this year, though, I thought that this could potentially be his last season. I know he still has a year left on his contract because he signed a 2-year deal, but I don't think he has anything else left to play for. If you think about it,
he's one of the best. He's considered the best.
He's arguably the best tight end of all time. And if they three-peat, why would he even come back?
No clue. What else?
All right, so we have our picks in with the Bills. You have the Bills. I've got the Chiefs. We have the Lions. We have the Commanders and the Eagles. Yeah, the Lions are still on my mind. Yeah. However, so those are our picks. I've got Chiefs -2, Eagles -6. I'm rolling with Vegas this weekend. I'm not betting against them. I'm taking both of these two favorites to win, and I have a rematch of the Chiefs and the Eagles in the bowl.
Okay.
I'm ready for it. Let's do it. College football. The confetti fell down for Ohio State, which we both saw coming. Hats off to Marcus Freeman and Notre Dame on a great season, though. I mean, getting $20 million despite losing the national championship.
No conference. That's the debate.
The play of that game, the cover 0 on Jeremiah Smith, Chip Kelly and Ohio State made them pay. They made them pay for sending an all-out blitz. My friend was in shambles. He was devastated. He was like, oh my gosh, 3rd and 8, I think it was.
Yeah.
You know what? I have a lot of friends that are Ohio State fans. I told you I can't stomach their fan base, and I got some shit in the comments that we don't make up a few of our fans don't make up the entire fan base. However, they were the best team all year long. They couldn't find. They finally found a way to do it. But I don't want to sit here and say Ryan Day is the best coach in college football, or is this Ohio State team the best national championship team ever because they beat Tennessee, top 5 team. They beat Indiana. Teams. They beat Oregon. The 2001 Miami team, any of the Alabama teams that were one of the Georgia teams, the 2019 LSU team. You can say it's SEC bias. It's not. This Ohio State team doesn't compare to the 2019 LSU team. Yeah, but Joe Burrow, Will Howard, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Patrick Queen.
Quarterback play might be different, but
the 2019 LSU team, crazy. The 2019 LSU team would absolutely steamroll the 2025 Ohio State team.
4 players with over 1,000 scrimmage yards.
2025 Ohio State would absolutely get barrel rolled by 2019 LSU. You cannot sit here and tell me they wouldn't.
Maybe they're secondary, but I don't know. I'm just saying there's a lot of talent on that team.
You're telling me 2025 OSU would compete with the 2019 LSU team?
I think it'd be I believe it would be.
They hung near 70 on Clemson.
No, you're right. But who was on Clemson's offense that year?
Trevor Lawrence, ETN. I'm just saying.
Name a wide receiver. Jeremiah Smith.
Justin Ross. Okay, fine. LSU's defense compared to this Ohio State team with this offense.
Yeah, their defense.
LSU steamrolls them. The amount of records they broke. Derek Stingley as well. Patrick Queen. Who else? There's. I think I'm missing a few. Greedy Williams was on that team. Grant Delpit was on that team. Come on,
that was a very talented team.
That team is considered one of the greatest ever. Are we putting Ohio State in this category?
I'm just saying, if you're looking at Ohio State's talent,
we know you're a Big Ten guy. We know you're a Big Ten guy.
Jeremiah Smith, best wide receiver, freshman wide receiver.
I'm taking Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson over Jeremiah Smith.
Don't
college.
Don't stamp that yet. He's a freshman doing that.
I'm saying right now, from comparing their run that year to Jeremiah Smith and Ohio State. Listen, Ohio State had a great year, but are we going to really count Indiana as a big win? They weren't that good.
I agree.
Listen,
I'm taking LSU, by the way. Don't get it twisted. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Give them the benefit of a doubt.
Listen, Ohio State, hats off to them on a great year. However, Notre Dame in the national championship, I don't think anybody thought they were going to win that game. I honestly don't. And Notre Dame doesn't play anybody. They still do not play anybody. It's time for Notre Dame to be put in a conference. The independent conference needs to be. No, they do. If they want to get respect and finally get the respect you so-called deserve, you need to be put in a conference. Come on.
They got respect. They beat Georgia. Is that not your SEC
with a backup quarterback?
It didn't matter. You still had other players.
They still beat. Listen,
they beat him with a backup QB. You got the run game, Jeremiah Love.
Listen, I tell you this. I'm never gonna not agree. I'm never gonna back down from this. Georgia would have won that game with Carson Beck.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda. That's what you said. It doesn't come down to one play.
No,
they had the whole game. They had 3 weeks to prepare.
No. I'm just saying that. Well, yeah, he's an inexperienced quarterback. You and I both know that.
Yeah, we both know that.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, it doesn't have anything to do with it. Notre Dame had a great year, but listen, if you want to get the respect you deserve, and you want to be put in a national championship game like this, or you got to be put in a conference. You didn't play anybody all year. I know the playoffs determined the outcome differently this year because it was a 12-team format, and Ohio State was the first team ever to win in the 4-team format in 2014, and then in 2024, 2025, they were the first 12-team. But for Notre Dame, if you want to get respect, you got to be put in a legit conference.
Jaden Greathouse. Balling out, man. Listen, I wish they got him more involved in the first half.
Notre Dame has some studs coming back next year. Jeremiah Love will be back. Jadarian Price will be back, the freshman running back.
Their center just entered the transfer portal.
Yes, he did. Jaden Greathouse will be back next year. Emil Wagner, Billy Schroth, Drake Bowen, Leonard Moore, Christian Gray, and Adon Schuler. They're going to be back. So if people don't think Notre Dame's not going to be back at somewhere,
lost their DC. We'll see.
They lost their DC, yeah, but they still have Marcus Freeman. They're gonna these pieces right here are huge. Also, 20 million in NIL for going to the national championship because you're not in a conference. That is insane. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Also, too, they need to figure out the NIL regulations with just buying your roster. And I'm not just saying Ohio State. I'm just saying in general because it's getting out of hand. I mean, you are literally buying players. Like, you got to have some sort of regulation or some cap because, like, in the NFL, there's a salary cap. In the NBA, there's a salary cap. In NHL, there's a salary cap. We got to have some sort of cap here because we thought we were going to be paying. We didn't think we were going to be paying players the way that they're being paid now. Like, okay, college players can make money off of sponsorships or brand deals or a Chipotle ad or a Gatorade commercial. No, there's organizations that have so much money that are paying these players. Like, it's not fair to a team like Purdue or a team like I don't know, give me a lower tier team in
Sac State.
Like a Sac State or Purdue. I'm just thinking of the bigger conferences because eventually it's just going to be the SEC and Big Ten, and the ACC will fiddle down at 3. But at this point, it's like you're literally like the top teams. Texas paid for their roster. Oregon paid for their roster. Ohio State paid for their roster. So they're spending all this money, and it's like I think it takes away the fun aspect of college football. And I'm not sitting here and saying because I want the SEC to dominate because the SEC has all this money with these big programs. No, the SEC is going to be back next year. We all know that. It's not a
count
not a
on
secret.
it right now.
Yeah, I already told you I'm counting on it.
Who's in the natty? Say right now.
An SEC team for sure.
Which one? Let's clip it.
I don't know which one it's going to be. You know, I want it to be my Gators.
Okay, but y'all clip that. Billy Napier, DJ Lagway.
I would love that. I think they're going to make the college football playoff next year. Oh, I think the Gators. Yes, I think I think the Florida Gators. I think the clip it right now. I think the Florida Gators will make the college football playoff next year. However, do I think they'll win it? No, but we'll see. Anyways, they need to figure out some sort of regulation with college football because it's taken away the aspect of the true sport.
They need a commissioner.
That's why Saban got out of college football. That's why other coaches have gotten out. That's why it's like it's not a secret at this point.
They want to be paid. That is what
they want to be paid. I mean, rightfully so. The players should be paid, but to a certain extent of this big amount of money. I mean, we're literally paying players $5-10 million for them to. It's like those other schools can't afford that, so the lower schools are never going to be able to come to play or compete with the bigger schools. It's always going to be Ohio State. It's always going to be Texas. It's always going to be Miami. It's always going to be Georgia, Florida, LSU, Oregon, Michigan. Like it's always going to be those schools. Now, I know that's what people want because that's what sells tickets, but that's not doesn't make the game fun, right?
I understand.
Oh my God, I paid that quarterback $20 million to come to my school next year. Well, I mean, okay, cool. I don't know. That's just
at Carson Beck.
Yeah, right. At Carson Beck. All right, this is a good one for you. Moving away from sports, which game had the best prime? Fortnite, NBA 2K16, Call of Duty Black Ops, or Minecraft?
Ooh.
I think you can cross off Minecraft right off the bat. I don't know.
What are you talking about? Prime Minecraft middle school?
No.
Yeah.
No. Minecraft was boring.
No, everyone loves 2K16. I think Fortnite's prime.
Fortnite. Which game had the best prime? I mean, Fortnite. I think Fortnite's still rocking right now. They're literally
the OG.
The OG Fortnite.
Yeah, Trump Tower.
Know what Tilted Towers. It's actually coming back. It's coming back. Trump Tower.
How do they call it? Some people call it that.
Clip that. NBA 2K16, Call of Duty Black Ops, Minecraft, Fortnite. Well, I'm crossing off Minecraft right off the bat.
You're crazy.
NBA 2K16. I've always loved 2K. I don't know, but I mean, it's a 2K comes out every year, so like saying it has a prime.
That was one of the best though.
It'd have to be, it was. It'd have to be Fortnite, Black Ops, or Minecraft. I'm gonna say Fortnite had the best.
Yeah, I'd say Fortnite, I think Minecraft, Call of Duty, and then
Fortnite changed the game of gaming.
Yeah, building
forever. Yeah, now there's a no build mode too.
Yeah.
Now there's not a no build mode, but I never got a chance to watch Maleficent. I wanted to, but I never got the opportunity. I never got the chance.
It's okay.
Other than that, though, I mean, we hit all the stuff. We hit all the NFL news. It's Super Bowl news here. NFL announced that SZA will be joining Kendrick Lamar as a special guest at the Super Bowl halftime performance.
They were playing 30 for 30 for sure.
I think that the NFL did this because they didn't want Kendrick to getting not Kendrick stealing the show, because little kids watch this, and I think that they thought that Kendrick alone wouldn't be appropriate for the audience watching the Super Bowl. What do you think?
It doesn't matter. You had legit Shakira and them shaking.
Yeah, but Kendrick is like rap though.
Yeah, I guess, but
it's like little kids watching this.
We saw what Dr. Dre and them did when they were in LA. That was a great.
Dr. Dre's, yeah, that is true. But I don't know. Why would you add SZA though, out of the blue?
Because everyone loves SZA right now.
Out of the blue though, you don't think this has anything to do with just Kendrick's like appropriateness?
Nah, has nothing to do with it. She just going to bring a bigger audience to them.
SZA's going to bring in a bigger audience?
Yeah, everyone loves SZA.
Oh, actually, all the girls love SZA. Yeah, I don't think people are just going to want to watch for Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, always got to have fun.
I mean, listen, I love Kendrick Lamar, but I don't know. He's Like Kendrick is very popular. Don't get me wrong. Like he is extremely popular, but I don't think I just don't get Kendrick doesn't give me the level of like Drake and that vibe. Like
So you're a
listen, I
Drake
know
fan. You're an OVO
yeah,
fan. We know what side you're on.
listen, I don't get into the beef. I think but it's like I don't know. I just like Travis Scott. Kendrick Lamar just doesn't knock my socks off. Like I love Kendrick. He's got some fire music, but watching him alone, like
No, it would be
I
awesome. It
don't
would
know,
be awesome.
like halftime performance. Like I don't
That
know. I would
halftime's gonna be so cool.
like the
Name another
weekend.
rapper that won. What is it? The award for an
Would
album?
you okay?
What award was it called?
Okay, Kendrick Lamar is going to be able to top Usher's halftime performance last year with Alicia Keys. That was fire.
I think Lamar has a good shot. Kendrick Lamar.
Usher's better. Usher's a better performer than Kendrick Lamar. Usher dances. He moves.
Yeah, he won.
Usher's a performer.
He won a Pulitzer for his album "Damn." No other rap it's studied at Harvard. Let's give him his flowers.
Listen. Kendrick is great, but he's not as mainstream or very is popular.
Mainstream? This guy's one of the most mainstream guys out there.
You think so?
Yes, 100%.
I don't know. I don't get the
His album was awesome. His recent album was fire.
The recent? I haven't listened to it.
Oh my goodness.
Listen,
Goodness.
Listen,
this is
I like
boomer.
Damn.
This is a boomer talking.
No, I like Damn. I have the T-shirt in my closet, but it's a different style of music.
Dude,
listen, I wasn't even that big of a fan of the
song. Let me play for you. You want to hear it?
I wasn't that big of a fan of that one song that he played.
No,
not like us.
Yeah. I knew it. I knew it. I had a feeling you didn't like that song. That's a West Coast song.
Listen. I lived in LA. It doesn't even matter. Taylor Swift, Kendrick Lamar.
Stop.
Taylor Swift's way better than Kendrick Lamar.
Someone clip that. He's just trying to poke the bear. Oh my goodness. He just said that.
He just
said that.
Taylor Swift's better than Kendrick Lamar. No?
Guys, I'm not with him. I'm not with him on that.
I wish the NFL could get...
I could already picture the comments.
I wish the NFL would give us Taylor Swift instead of Kendrick Lamar. Even
though we're capping it. That's done for the day. That was the craziest take. That's done for the day. Oh my goodness.
You think Kendrick Lamar is better than Taylor Swift?
Yes.
Yes. In what way?
There's a bigger audience.
What?
That is a huge audience that Kendrick has.
You did not just say that. You're trying to tell me that Kendrick Lamar is bigger than Taylor Swift? You just froze. You did not say that Taylor Swift or Kendrick Lamar is bigger than Taylor Swift. There's no way you said that. Do you realize how many people are fans of Taylor Swift and how many albums?
Wait. I understand Taylor Swift's impact. Her tour already itself funded so many cities. What I'm telling you though is people that are watching football, right, from my understanding, have a better target pool with Kendrick Lamar than Taylor Swift.
Yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying, but I mean, I think Taylor Swift has more bangers than Kendrick Lamar has bangers.
That you can debate. You can clip that.
That is a debate.
All I know is someone has a Pulitzer, the other one doesn't. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I don't know. Is Kendrick Lamar a billionaire? Did Kendrick Lamar?
I don't know his stock.
Has Kendrick Lamar sold out like an entire year's worth of tours of a tour?
Hey, I'm just letting you know what my thought was on that.
That is going to do absolute numbers on social media.
It's in New Orleans. Like me and you both malfunctioning right now.
No, the light's dying. All right, we have to wrap up. It's in New Orleans. All right, guys. That was an insane episode with Ethan. Make sure it's okay. We're almost done. Make sure to hit that like button on it. And you, this light is not friendly. Make sure to hit that like, comment, subscribe button on YouTube, the Inquisitive Mamba Podcast. Make sure to follow Ethan's TikTok at the Couch Reports. We hit all the NFL, NCAA stuff. Taylor Swift, Kendrick Lamar. I'm gonna try to watch Maleficent for next episode. We'll find out who's the winner of the AFC and the NFC Championship this Sunday. We're rooting for the Chiefs for Taylor Swift. We'll see you guys next week. Peace.